Mseto, nikisema mambo vipi, mnasema mambo mseto. Mambo vipi? Mambo vipi?
Hi everyone, my name is Queentah. Remember, you're not alone and there's no limit to recovery. Thank you.
The 254 reporters is back!
This is Technical University of Mombasa.
Let's open a new page as we dig much deeper into matters that interest the comrades and youths at large. Fun is a necessity in all our stories. We shall visit the locals and go far beyond our reach. We are back and big. Watch each and every episode on YouTube and forget not to leave a comment and a like. For all the gossips you need, find it here at the 254 Reporters.
Well, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this vlog. My name is Cedric Wandera and this is the 254 Reporters. Well, on this side is actually a very good evening, and in the studio set I'm having none other than Queentah herself. Now, most of you maybe came to know her after she vied for the presidency seat, right? So she's actually going to tell us all about who she is really and what she's doing for the society.
Thank you.
I'm promising you a very inspiring show ahead. Let's get started.
My name is Queentah. I'm a student at the Twittwer University of Mombasa.
Guys, now she's here. She's thanking me. Let her say hi.
I was just thankful. I thank her a lot. She taught me many things. And I got protection.
Amen. Guys, I'm so happy. I'm an inspiration to so many girls. I mean, we're having tears of joy, and this is amazing. Thank you.
Okay, so let's just start by who is Queentah?
Well, my name is Queentah, and I'll be graduating in December.
Okay.
I did Bachelor of Commerce under Logistics and Transport. And as we speak, I'm the founder, Girls to Girls Africa Mental Health Foundation, dealing with mental health in the country.
Okay, now you actually know the next question that I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Out of all the topics, why did you just choose mental health?
Well, mental health because myself, I've been a victim. I've gone through a series of depression, stress, anxiety. I've almost committed suicide. And then this gave me a platform, like I need to speak about this. So I'm doing the advocacy.
Okay, well, and this comes actually at the right time because we are almost doing a campus tour countrywide on the campus relationships issue, and I'm sure that's well connected to the mental health.
Very.
Okay, now let's just get into it. You have told us that you have been in this mental health stuff.
Yes.
Like you have experience in
Yes.
that. So maybe just share us a scope of what really happened.
Sure. When I came to this university, that's Technical University of Mombasa, first year, I had a boyfriend with me. So being a first year, as a second year, and a third year, my whole life depended on him. He paid my rent, he paid my bills, and so to say, I was a slave queen in the university, just depending on my boyfriend and living life. But that was not my life. The standard I was on wasn't the kind of standard that my parents would actually afford. Yeah. But because of let me say trying to keep up and fitting in, I was among the people who could actually afford it at the campus. So one day I was heartbroken, and I didn't know how to handle the heartbroken. So from being heartbroken, and then I went into a denial set, because you see, this someone I have fully depended on all my life, all my everything. So I don't know life without him in my life. So the moment I'm heartbroken, I'm in denial, and now I get myself into drugs. I've used drugs the better part of my life. I remember I had actually given up because the life I was living on is a fake life from what my parents knew. So after the heartbreak, I don't know where to go to. I don't know where to go back to Nyandi, where to go back. Like I really didn't know where to go back to. So I got myself into drugs, and then one day I'm walking from school, from gym actually, and then I'm walking towards home. And around Navy Beach, I had this force in me that really overpowered me, and I felt like, why am I living? Why am I living? Like, I have lost it all. This is someone, initially, my parents had actually warned me against. But you see, I went against their wishes rather, and then I still fell in love with him. So I'm here to work in this the guilt bit of it. And so being at Navy Beach just felt like, you know what, there's no point of me living. You see, I've been smoking so bad, and so the only solution that was in front of me, rather ahead of me, was committing suicide.
Okay, well, most people actually underrate the force of heartbreaks or breakups in these relationships, and mostly campus relationships. So maybe most people don't know what strength is in the breakups. And so what do you tell these campus students who are in a relationship?
Well, all I can say is be there for yourself. Because you see, when I was in love with this guy, I didn't know myself as Queentah. I knew myself with him. So when I was heartbroken, at the point I didn't know who I was anymore. My identity was based on his. So all I can tell you guys is know yourself, have a life with yourself, so that even if this person leaves you, you still have a life with yourself. Yeah.
Okay, now let's just get from these stories of relationships. Let's come back to Queentah. Now, well, and I'll still go back to the introduction. As I told you earlier, that actually most of us came to know about you when you were vying for the presidency in Technical University of Mombasa. By that time it was student organization, right?
Yes.
And then you came, you dropped it to the vice of the same organization. Then we also know you as a CEO of an organization, Girls for Girls, right? So where do you get the inspiration from?
Well, I draw inspiration from my failures.
From your failures?
Yes, from my mistakes. I draw inspiration from what has made me be a bad girl in the community. That's where I draw my inspiration from. You see, coming up with my NGO, this is a platform that's really stuck in my head. When I was in rehab, I felt like, let me speak to the society what I've been through. Let me talk about it. Let me own it. So owning my truth gave me the platform. Now, coming to buy in school as a president, which later on I dropped and then I went to the deputy president seat. This was because we from the Western Bloc had 3 presidents. So we had to have negotiations so that one of us could drop down and then go for the deputy. So I did that. So vying in school gave me another platform to speak on whatever I was doing, mental health awareness. You see, with mental health, we have so many illnesses around it. But the most common ones, we have depression, we have anxiety, we have stress, we have anger issues, we have mood swings. There are those who have bipolar in it, you know. But these are the most common. These are the most common that most of us go through it. And then you get that such factors that lead to such as heartbreaks, rejection, disappointments. You see, when there is a lack of finances, you don't have school fees in school, your performance is at worst in school. So you find yourself getting through depression. It starts with stress and then it goes down, it builds up. So unless you identify it as a student as early as now, the better, because it can grow. And once it grows, you isolate yourself. You really isolate yourself. You become a loner. And depression gives you the comfort of being a loner.
Okay, you have been going to campuses, many campuses in Mombasa, maybe countrywide.
Yes.
Talking about this campaign on mental health. Now, what are the challenges that you meet during this your tour?
Well, first.
And even before you go to that, maybe you can tell us where you have been.
Oh, okay. I've worked with players. That I'm going to Kilifi, One University. I mentored over 1,000 students. I've been here. Actually, I launched my NGO here during the first year's inauguration, 2018. Yeah, I launched my NGO to the first years in school. So I've done this in TUM as well. So I've gone to One University in Kilifi. I've gone to MTTI, the Kenya Coast National Polytechnic. I've done that. And then around those are now in the universities and colleges that I've gone to. I've gone to a number of primary schools and high schools. I've gone to Amandina, I've gone to Stop the Sea, I've gone to there's another school in Marikani. Yeah. So I've gone to several schools, and as we speak, I'm planning to go to Destiny University next week. So these are the challenges that I get are, of course, financial, because you see, I'm the one financing my dreams, and I don't have rich parents, so to say. Rather, I don't know so many connections. It's just me and God and the few that I can get. So the challenge that I'm getting most of the time is financial. And I just got done with school in April. I haven't been employed yet. So the financial issue is a bit an issue with me. So those are the challenges I get.
Okay, now maybe just to ask you, what is your goal in this society? Like, what, when it happens, you feel that you've achieved something?
Every time I speak to people and they later on come to me, talking to me of how I've inspired them, how I've given them hope, I feel there's a satisfaction that comes with it. So every time I change someone, because depression is real, and stresses are real, anxieties are real. So anytime I speak and I touch a soul, I feel satisfied. Yeah. So that is, I feel, and most of my shows that I've done have been on a voluntary basis. So it really satisfies my soul every time I touch another soul.
Okay, dear, she has also touched my soul even before the interview. And so that's why we're promising you actually another longer show of our first series of telling you my story on 254 Reporters YouTube channel. But then even before we conclude, just one last question. You talk about mental health, right? So most people have been also comparing this academic life to be affecting their mental health.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well,
like, are people reading too much, or should they? How?
My take on this is do what you love doing. Go for a course that you think you're passionate about. Don't do something because the government, or rather the society, or rather your parents told you to do it. You get yourself, if you've done journalism and it's passion, you cannot get stressed doing projects on journalism because that's what you love. But if you're doing journalism and it's not what you love, there will be a battle in the mind. And the moment there are battles in the mind, that's where conflict starts. And you see, battles in the mind bring about the mental health issues now. The depression bit of it, the stresses, and all that.
Okay, thank you so much. So that has been none other than Queentah. What's your second name?
Queentah Wambulwa.
Wambulwa was the name I was looking for.
Yeah.
So this has been Queentah Wambulwa on the 254 Reporters channel, and we're promising you another greater or a longer show than this one.
Sure.
Because when you learn for a scope, not more than 15 minutes. But then you realize that we have to do more than an hour with us on this show to talk about the whole story of your life from how it began to your achievements. Because actually you inspire most of these people watching us right now.
And this is happening. I'm launching my book on my graduation day.
Okay.
I'm launching my book on my graduation day. That will be on 21st of November. You're welcome for the launch party at English Point Marina.
Oh, English Point Marina?
Yes.
It's okay, I'm sure you'll be there. So just on this word, subscribe
Yeah,
to
sure.
254 Reporters YouTube channel. Okay. Tell them.
Well, thank you guys for having me today, and I hope to get to interact with you more and more. See you later on. Kindly like and subscribe to the 254 Reporters channel. Thank you.
Yeah, so finally, where do we get you on social media pages?
Well, on Instagram, G4GAFRICA _mental health foundation.
Actually, it's passing up chini per screen.
Okay. And then on Twitter, Queentah Resa at Queentah Resa. Also on Twitter at G4GAFRICA. Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, and she also has to promise us that we'll be together on that tour.
Yes.
On the tour for campus
Yeah.
relationships. We're just tackling on campus relationships.
I'm so ready to actually work with you because this is what I'm doing in the society. And when we join hands, we'll have a greater impact rather than we do it alone. So
rather than we do it alone.
Yes. With this, I'm so in, and this is a good job you're doing.
Thank you so much.
So guys, this will need help if you're going through a series of mental illnesses, or you know of a friend who's going through the same, just refer them to my offices at Makadara Hospital, Youth Zone Center. You all are welcome. Don't feel alone, and there's no limit to recovery.
Okay, now finally, even before we finish, and I will still refer to my introduction. Actually, most of us came to know about Queentah, not most of us, but the freshmen who just joined us. I came to know about Queentah from the posters that were posted all over the school comfort, and they were referring to Coffee with Queentah. So maybe let's just tell us about the Coffee with Queentah stuff. What is it about?
Well, Coffee with Queentah is a talk show on mental health. Through Girls for Girls Africa Mental Health Foundation, I had this Coffee with Queentah where people can just come. It's like a talk therapy where the audience can just come. I have several speakers who handle different topics. We have those who handle spirituality and recovery. We have those who handle meditation and yoga. Those who handle personal development. Those who handle reparenting, stroke healing the inner child. And also we have survivors, those who go through a series of mental health. So these speakers speak to the audiences on those topics. Now, this is like a group therapy where you get to learn, you get to share your views on mental health issues, and also we have conversations on Twitter, like we trended.
Yeah,
Coffee with Queentah. Yeah, Coffee with Queentah. We just, you know, when you create awareness and advocacy on this issue, we help break stigma, because there is stigma around mental health. But the advocacy of it and, you know, just speaking about it freely makes those who are going through research feel safe. Let me say, feel safe.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've heard about this saying that a problem
Half shared.
No, it's shared, it's half solved.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure. So most of us know about that and know about the Coffee with Queentah stuff, but I'm sure somebody's still asking themselves, is there coffee really?
Yeah, there is coffee.
There is
coffee.
I'm sure
like
just saying that alone what watakuja.
Yeah, like those who attended actually had coffee with some accompaniments.
Okay.
Yeah, there is coffee.
So
it's a talk show that we do it monthly.
Yeah.
So the September edition was the second edition. So now I'm planning on a bigger one on my book launch party on the 21st of November.
Are there charges looking here?
Just 2,000 shillings. 2,000 shillings at English Point Marina.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we also talked about the project that Queentah here has done. And so the next B-roll is actually a series of the project that Queentah has done. Check it out.
I got myself into smoking bang. I've smoked bang the better part of my life. So mambo vipi? Mambo. That was not the good way to handle the stress. That was not the good way to handle the betrayal. That was not the good way to handle my disappointment.
Long before my great-grandfather started putting on suspenders. Long before my great-grandmother started putting on. Long before my great-brother started calling.
Find it here at the 254 Reporters.